host, Lydia. I'm really sad because today is our last vlog, but before we depart from these mini vlogs, I want to go ahead and say thank you. Thank you if you've ever commented on any of my videos. Thank you for supporting my videos, and thank you for your POV because I've learned so much through your wonderful videos. Now let's go ahead and jump into this last mini vlog. We are going to be talking about chapter 7 and chapter 8 of DEI Deconstructed. As I was reading the chapter, the author opened up with discussing the many roles that someone in an organization can hold and how important the roles are in order to allow change to happen, specifically if you are in a coalition. And when I started to read this chapter, I started to think about something that my friend had done a few years ago. Now, my friend worked for an organization in the medical industry. It was a nursing home, and she was a CNA. And one time we were sitting down and she was telling me about how the work conditions were just not it. There was a lot of discrepancies within different roles with the working conditions. Now, she kept me updated throughout the year of what was happening, and basically what she did was start to talk to other people about the working conditions, and she realized that she was not the only one that was experiencing this. So in doing the conversations with other people in different roles, she built allyship, and she also was able to build trust, and this trust basically led her to become an organizer. She became an organizer for a small coalition that started in the break room with just a couple of people, about 15 people, right? But these 15 people were comprised of people in different roles. There was people from the kitchen staff, there was custodial people, there was administration, there was nurses. Even though they all weren't being affected, they were all playing a different role. For example, the administration and the nurses, they were backers. They perhaps weren't being as affected, and they perhaps thought they weren't instrumental to this change that she was trying to make happen, but they were, because they were able to bring the noise that this coalition started to make to the ears of people in higher positions. Now, the reason she was able to do this, I say, is because of the trust that she was able to form with people in different roles. The way she was able to maintain that trust was through being transparent, being open, and making sure that everyone knew that she was having conversations with other people. Another thing was through not having judgment, so making sure that when someone came to her and talk to her about possibilities, that she wasn't being dismissive and she wasn't shaming them, because sometimes what happens is if we experience judgment, we can either shut down, or we could start to talk to other coworkers and let them know, like, this is not the right organizer. Another thing is through integrity. She never lost sight of what the end goal was, the values that they were aiming to achieve as a whole. And even though there was conflict when she formed this coalition and there was a lot of disagreement, she was able to navigate that. She was able at the end to get a better working condition for most people. So it was a win for the majority. She was able to partner with a local healthcare union and be able to get those raises for the people, to have better equitable pay. And she was able to allow management to implement things that would allow a safer space for most employees. And I say a safer space in the sense that I think she mentioned that they were trying to do like monthly check-ins with their supervisors. again, this wouldn't have been able to happen if she didn't form allyships with people outside of her role, regardless of if she liked them or not, of many other factors. And in the end, she was successful. She was able to make that change. And even though she's no longer there, the changes are still there. So thank you for tuning into my last vlog. I will miss seeing your vlogs, and have a great day.